Hey YouTube, the toothpaste. I have another lawnmower find. It is a Yard Machines 21-inch. It's got a 5 horsepower Tecumseh engine on it. And we're going to see if we can resurrect it here today. About the only thing I've done so far, I squirted a little bit of carb cleaner in the carburetor and it starts and dies. I checked the crankshaft, it's straight, and I checked the air filter and it looks really good. So it looks like this probably has a carburetor issue. We're going to dig in, tear it apart, take a look. Follow me. This mower has a full tank of gas. Doesn't smell bad. And it has clean oil. It's actually overfilled, looks like. But at least it has it, and it's clean. And I'll just show you, when we pick this up on the curb, they also threw out the bag and the side chute. Side chute has been used, but it looks like the bag has not. So I got all the bits and pieces for this guy too. So aside from it starting and dying, it also has some pretty wobbly front wheels. I'm pretty sure I have some in my garage in better shape. But first, let's fix that carburetor. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take off this shroud. It's held on by 3 1/4-inch bolts. We have removed the plastic cover. We did have to take out the dipstick in order to do that. I put it back in. Next step, let's get this muffler off. 2 bolts, 7/16. And the muffler is off. Next step, we want to get these bolts and nuts out. The bolt is a 3/8, the nut on the back is a 7/16. There's the brand new air filter. Take that off. Take off the oil breather tube. Disconnect the linkage, and I will get a pair of pliers and we'll disconnect the fuel line. Here is the carburetor, disconnected from the engine. It's very dirty on the outside. I think I'll clean it up on the outside first. Then we'll take out this jet, see what's inside. Now let's pop open this carburetor. I sprayed off all the dirt. The jet is a 1/2 inch. The jet, the hole, like you can see there, it is clear. There's a little bit of dirt in there, not that bad. I don't see any water in the gas. It actually looks pretty darn good. So I wonder if it's bad gas. Let's go take a sample of the gas. There is a little sample of the gas in that container. I don't see any water. I don't see any dirt. And it doesn't smell bad, so I think the gas is okay. So since the gas looked okay, I am going to clean the carburetor, put it all back together, and see if it runs. So on Tecumseh's, there is another little jet right in here. Take a flathead screwdriver and you can get that out, and we'll clean that also. There it is. I think they call that the idle circuit. So I'll get my wiggly wire and carburetor cleaner and we'll spray this off. And also on these Tecumseh's, you want to look, I think you can see right there, a very, very tiny hole. You want to make sure that's clear too. So I think everything is clear, clean, and ready to go back on. The bowl didn't look too bad. I'll give that a quick spritz. And let's reassemble. So first thing, I'm going to put the idle jet back in. Next, flip it over. And I already have the needle back on the float. Let's see if I can get this in one shot. Get the needle back in the hole there. Get the pin. There we go. Got the pin back in. The floating needle back in. And I'll put back on the bowl. You'll see there an indentation along the bowl. There, you can see it. That needs to line up with this flat edge on the float. So something kind of like this. We'll take our jet, make sure you have that gasket on there. Put it back on. Okay, carburetor is reassembled. Let's put it back on the lawnmower. So here we go. One suggestion, and I didn't do this in my last video, I did it the hard way. The easy way when you install this, reconnect the fuel line first. Because it's much easier to do when it's not on the mower and everything is behind the carburetor. Okay. Fuel line is back on. Now let's get the linkage. It goes in this farther hole. We'll get the oil breather tube back on. And I still have that bolt in the back there. So if I can get this nut on, that will at least help to hold it on here. And I got that fairly easily. Usually I struggle a little bit. So it's held on in the back. Trying to blow off any dirt. Okay, we'll tighten those bolts and nuts down. Carburetor is back on. I will remove my fuel clamp and let the gas go back in. Now let's get the muffler back on. muffler is back on. So now we will put back on the cover, and I will put back in a brand new Champion RJ19 LM spark plug. We'll get this all tightened down. Okay, she's all back together. I reconnected the spark plug. I even put the brand new air filter that came with it back on. Sounds pretty good after it kind of smoothed out. Let's go mow. So I think I figured out why this was thrown out on the curb. It didn't start for the previous owner. It wasn't the carburetor, I don't think. When we removed the old spark plug, it was wet. So it was getting fuel. I think the problem is the cable. Watch this. Pull down on the bail, the blade brake moves only a slight little bit. After I had this running in the yard, I put it back on the driveway, turned it off, let go of the bail, I pulled it back down, pulled the rope and it wouldn't start. I reached down here and squeezed it closed a little bit more and it started right up. So this cable, over time and use, has gotten stretched out. So I'll see if I have one that fits. I don't think I do. Bad news. I don't have a cable that fits this mower. So I'll have to order one. But remember the front wheels were kind of wobbly? I have some extras in my collection of wheels. The ones that are lower in the screen, I believe are the exact same type as what's on there, size-wise. These ones are a little bigger. They'll work, but I'm going to see which ones from my spares have the least amount of wobble, and I'm going to put them on the deck. And there we have it. I put the bigger wheels on. They were a little bit less wobbly. These wheels here are the old ones. They're going to go in the garbage. I will order a cable for this. And we may have a 80, I don't know if I can get $100 for this, $80 or $100 lawnmower after I test it and wash it and make sure everything's okay. She's a runner. Thanks for watching. Hi, sweetie. Oh. Oh my goodness. This is Heidi. I got her a little over a week ago from the shelter. They think she's about 4 years old. And she's a cuddle bug. Just thought I'd share that. You tell them.